Hi, this is a brief introduction to the Gospel of Luke to help you as you read through the Essential Jesus. Here we're looking at chapters 19 through 21, the section in which Jesus is in Jerusalem, but before he's betrayed and tried and executed. Incidentally, if you're wanting explanation in more detail of the Gospel of Luke, then you're welcome to come along to our church, because all year 2009 we're going to be explaining the Gospel of Luke week by week, section by section, for those who are interested. Chapters 19 to 21 begin with Jesus' triumphal entry into Jerusalem. His disciples line the road and they give him a king's welcome into God's city, which is highly significant because they see it truly. But Jesus arrives in Jerusalem and he begins to weep, because he knows that as a whole, the city of Jerusalem, which had been the city of God in the Old Testament, would reject him and would not want him as their king. So straight away he's into conflict with the powers that be in Jerusalem, with the religious authorities who don't like him, who are threatened by him. They try to trip him up and catch him in words. They try and trip him up in his theology, in his politics, on ethical issues. They ask him all kinds of questions, but they can't trip him up. And he also has a go at them. He tells a parable and he speaks plainly about their hypocrisy and their unfaithfulness and their rejection of God's word. So the conflict really escalates here. Jesus is in the lion's den, as it were. And by the end of chapter 21, the authorities in Jerusalem have realised that if they're going to get rid of Jesus, they can't do it by meeting him front on. He is too right in what he says and he is too righteous in his character. And I guess that's what really shines through in these chapters. Jesus is a man of complete 100% integrity. He was greeted as the king, and he is qualified to be God's king because he is such an impressive individual. He knows his Bible and he lives it out perfectly. So these religious authorities, by the end, they realise that if they're going to get Jesus, it has to be by sneakiness, by lies, by betrayal. And that's what happens in the chapters after this.